Hi. So I
Rachel.
wore my Patrick Bateman earrings because I
Oh, yeah.
love how much this movie is music tied to a serial killer, because I
Yeah.
think that's such a fun kind of genre. Was that something you thought about going into this, and if so, did you have any kind of music that you thought of, like what this kind of like OCD serial killer would think about?
What kind of music my character would be into? I think, yeah, I didn't really think about that because I didn't watch any other movies to prep for this.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think that it was appropriate to play a character like any of these. What's most fun about this is that I haven't seen a movie quite like this ever, and I wanted the character to be unique,
Mm-hmm.
and he's definitely not Patrick Bateman.
Yeah.
So, so I didn't actually bring any music along for the ride, but I guess I would say that Cooper would be into whatever is most appropriate for the dad to be into at the moment, and he would make it seem credible enough that everyone would believe that he likes it, but he doesn't actually like it. What would he actually listen to? I don't know.
It's like Kenny Loggins.
You think?
Yeah, just like something so weird that you're like, oh,
Yeah,
I
it
guess so.
could be. Yeah. John Denver or something.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying. Like, that could be really good. Something that reminds him of an era that he never really existed in, but like maybe there's some comfort in it.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, that's true. That'd be good.
I love that. Well, and one of the things I think is so fascinating about this movie is like, when I talked to Sleek, I said women we have this obsession with serial killers because a lot of us are like, well, if we ever find ourselves in that situation, this is what we have to do.
Oh, right.
But movies about serial killers.
It's a how-to?
Yeah.
Like you watch
it's
these movies.
Joel-
You watch
it's
these movies.
like, Joel, don't do this, go over here. But I do think it's really interesting to kind of focus it on this man's like desperate attempt at an escape the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to see both parts of him fading in and out very quickly between
Yeah.
like the family man versus the serial killer. How did you kind of approach both sides of this character, because they are so different from one another?
They're so different, but they're both part of the same character. It's like, it's a facade, you know? His whole family life is a mask. But what I loved about this script, and I like to find this in everything I do, is that you have to ask the question like, why today? Like, what is it about this character on this day that makes him so interesting? And in this instance, over the course of this day, he's finding out that he, aside from all the trap stuff that occurs, that's very very interesting from a plot point of view, but from a character point of view, he's learning that maybe this facade has leaked into his real emotional center, and that maybe he actually does care for these people in a way that he didn't know he could. Is it love? Not probably the way you or I know it, but it's something that he's connected to. He's seeing like a reciprocation of her of her vision of him that makes him feel good about what he's projecting. And so it's, you know, from a psychopathic standpoint, it's not possible for him to love, but it is possible for him to have a project. And in a way, he's very good at pretending that he cares, and he's very good at acting. And so I found them both to be part of the same thing, and that's why actually the stuff with the daughter I found to be kind of over the top, like over the top girl dad stuff, like because it's a trick, you know.
Okay, so I have one dumb question and one like interesting question.
Okay, hit me with the dumb question.
Would your character from Hollywood Homicide be able to catch the butcher?
Probably not. Well, your character from Hollywood Homicide just wanted to be an actor anyway. He'd be amazed at like how long this guy's been playing this character. He'd be like, "Wow, I wish I could do that."
You'd have notes. You'd be
Yeah.
like,
After he's caught, that character would come in and ask him ask him how he did it and take notes. Yeah.
This is what happens when I'm a millennial woman and I'm like, Hollywood Homicide.
Yeah.
But from my more interesting question, you work with these directors that have such specific visions. Like you just worked with Christopher Nolan, now you're working with Knight. And what is it about these directors that kind of draws you to them, because they are so, like, we as fans know what to expect, but how is it for you as an actor?
I don't know what to expect from them. I think Chris's movies are also unique, and Knight's too. I mean, what I love about them is they're signature filmmakers making original content. And as wonderful as it is to go see another sequel sometimes, or to go see another movie based off of IP, it's for my money, more interesting to watch somebody who's come up with an original story with original characters. And from an acting perspective, it's fun to be able to play something that no one else has kind of seen before. So it's not coming from a place that that anyone would have like prejudged. It's all just like, it's all there for the entertainment value. And I just love working with signature filmmakers. Like, there are so few that are at that level. And Knight's one of them, and Chris is one of them, and I've worked with a few others over the course of my career. And I think the defining characteristic of them is that they're collaborative and open, and they really want the set to feel like it's artistic, and Knight's incredibly optimistic. Like, he's got like this really warm, like, in spite of the subject matter, he's incredibly warm. Yeah, if I could only work with directors like that, I would.
Love it. Thank you so much for talking with me.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah.